Howdy everyone, and welcome to part 13 of my playthrough of Conan Exiles. If you recall from the last episode, I had just acquired this armor that I'm wearing right now. In the intervening time, and it's been a few weeks since I made a recording here, in the intervening time I did, as you might be able to see behind me, an awful lot of upgrades to my base. It is now 2 stories. It's made of completely different building material. In this playthrough, I'm going to give you a quick run through of some of the things I've done and some of the changes I've made and where they came from and so on. And then I'm going to go up to my first venture into the Northern Highlands, and I'm going to get Mandugai's replacement. And that is a Tier 4 named fighter. Well, technically an archer, but we'll get into that. Dina, Master Huntress. I pronounce the name Dina. It's D-I-N-A with no H at the end, and I have a friend who spells it that way and pronounces it Dina. I will absolutely entertain any suggestions that it should be pronounced otherwise. It certainly could be pronounced Dinah. I'm going to go with Dina until I know any different. And Google search gave me absolutely nothing. There's no guidance, as far as I can tell, anywhere on how that character's name is supposed to be pronounced. Anyway, so let's get out of this particular view. As you can see, as I said, I went up a story on my building, and it is made of a bunch of different types of building material. The first base here is from the DLC Treasures of Turan, and I bought that a few weeks ago, about when I started this playthrough, I think. The middle tier is from the Architects of Argos, and I bought that well more than a year ago, I'm pretty sure. And the upper tier is also the Turanian set, but I just inverted them. So this is what it's supposed to be. These are the outside walls, and that decoration style up there is supposed to be the inside. I just turned them around for some variety. The floor down here, you can see, is all wood, and this is a set known as a stable set, and it is from the Riders of Hyboria DLC. It's another one I bought at the same time as I bought the Treasures of Turan. It has this style fencing, these lattice work door frames and lattice doors. It's cool, it's useful. I like having it as ceiling and floor. You can see up in here, I built out a little balcony. Now, these railings are not the kind of railings you would see with this ceiling. Is mostly from Argos, and then there's some Turanian at the very top. This is from a bazaar purchase, and it's the first time I've ever bought in more than 2 years that I've been playing this game anything off of the bazaar, and that is the Corinthian Observatory, I think it's called. And I love these windows. You can double stack. You can actually triple stack, I think. You can make these things triple high. So there are all kinds of reasons. There's new ceilings, and when I get to building more stuff, there's like domed roofs and so on. It's very cool. It shows up, go to F here, it shows up in building material as just more stuff that's available within the Architects of Argos. So even though it's called the Corinthian Observatory, they're called Argosian Observatory once you buy them. And it's just, different material here. Including like these curved staircases. So I'm definitely going to be building more with that set. When I get to expanding out the base. A couple of different things to point out. So I tried the look of some of the different armor. So Opera here is wearing the Turanian heavy armor, the phalanx leg guards, and Nutshep, the master carpenter here, is wearing the light armor, the scout set. Now, I'm not using that. Well, one, I wouldn't be using the light anyway. I'd be using medium. But this, it gives you follower damage and concussive damage, which is really cool, but it's really light armor. And I like a medium set. And I like the medium set mainly because it gives you those bonuses to carrying capacity. All right, one more thing to point out. I forgot that by getting the Riders of Hyboria pack, I also have the ability to change the color of horses or rhinos, for that matter, using a very simple thing that you can make that I can craft at an alchemist bench out of really simple, easy material, and I can change the horse to either all white or all black. But you have to do it when the horse has just matured from a foal before you place it on the landscape. I couldn't change horse into that color, so I had to run all the way out to get another foal, and so now I have Kuroakama, badly pronounced Japanese for black devil or demon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Kuroakama and Mandugai and probably Sheldon. No, I can't take Mandugai and Sheldon. So Kuroakama and Sheldon, Kuroakama and Mandugai, and we're going to go up the river. Now, we're going to stop at a couple of points along the way. I'll bring up the map here. So, sort of centered in the map is the river. And early along here, there's a bunch of exile camps and eventually a large named one. Once I get past all of that, I'm basically just going to get on the horse and ride all the way up the river. I'll make, I think, 2 stops before I get up to this area where I can come up through, and I'm going to need to get up to the northern aqueduct up here, sort of right below where the dam is where I'm going to find Dina. Dina actually appears in 2 places right around here, but I'm not going to go for the second one because it's also right next to a really big and dangerous creature. Alright, so Kuroakama currently has some iron bars, and I'm going to build a base up there, just like I did outside of Seppermru, so I can make the conversion and then put Dina into Kuroakama's inventory. Because obviously, if I place Dina on the landscape up there, suddenly Mandugai would not be following me. So, let's get Mandugai following. What do I have for... oh yeah, I do have some hearty feast. I have some salted exquisite meat. Do I want to change that over to... I think I might. I think I might change this over to a mace. It'll do so much more damage, so much more direct. Oh, I forgot. She had the perfected steel poignards that look like my... if I bring up my mace, you can't really see it. I guess you can kind of see it there. That's the skin or the look of the Turanian mace, even though it is still technically a perfected steel mace. Alright, so since she now has the mace, I'm going to change the food that I'm going to feed from the one that gives the agility weapon buff. Oh. You can see it's pretty packed in there. To the one that gives the strength weapon buff. Oh, come on. There we go. let's go get Kuro Akama. And we'll start the trek up the river. And as always, I'm always going to stop and get some ironstone. Although, while Dina is converting up there, there's a ton of ironstone down around the base of the dam near where we're going to be. So there's almost no point in picking up ironstone down here. There's just so much of it up there. And I got to do something while Dina's converting, so... Alright, I think we'll go with... we'll get some hide instead of just straight meat off of these guys. As you can see, when I accessed the thrall pot, it was loaded. There's a ton of cooked food in there already. Alright. Now, normally I'd run up there and get all of that ironstone too, but again, as I said, where I'm going, it's just tons and tons of ironstone. These guys are not aggressive, and I don't really need all of that stuff, so I'm going to not worry about them. At level 37, I probably don't need anything in here, but I'll go ahead and grab a little bit of twine anyway. And no point in telling anybody to attack. These things are all so easy to take out at this level that I might as well just plow my way through all of them. I just realized I had to look down over the mic at the keyboard, and I leaned really into the mic, and so my apologies, that probably got really loud. Alright, so here's one of the first camps. Alright, do they have anything on them? Not really, and I don't... Since it's right here, I'd feel really bad about not getting this ironstone, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I don't feel a particular need to go ahead and grab... to skin them to get any of the hide. Because, again, I've got some stuff I need to go through here. We need to go through a few camps and a bunch of spiders and other things to get up to a point where I can just get on the horse and blast my way all the way up into the Northern Highlands. So we got to get through these guys. Now, if I hadn't off-camera just gone and grabbed a ton of desert berries, because both of my greater shalebacks were out of them, I would go ahead and do that. Okay, well, have you got savory flesh just lying around? I guess I'll take that. And how about you? Nothing. And since it's there, all gets turned into leather. Alright, bunch of crocs here. Sometimes one of them might be a one skull. But in this case, no, it's just a bunch of regular crocs. Croca crocs. These guys I will skin. Alright. Trigger warning, I guess? If you don't like spiders, you're about to see a lot of them. I know I saw you right up here. Oh, you went over and you started attacking all of those guys. Alright, go get them.
As the snake strikes, so do I.
Alright, well, it looks like the crocs got most of the spiders. Alright, I need the ichor off these spiders. So we are going to go with a pick. Alright, so there's a spider that came down from above. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Now you're going to get him anyway. And I am over encumbered. Time to move some stuff over onto Kuroakama. Definitely don't need that. Alright, did I get every spider? Oh yeah, they killed, there's a, you can see there's a little camp right here. Nope, nothing. Alright, now I've got to, once I skin these guys, I've got to go up the little slope behind me to actually get the, trigger the awareness of what's up there, that cave. And we'll get rid of the kite. Alright, more spiders. Apparently can't jump. Alright, you see there was a ghost there that you may not have seen because I was busy fighting stuff, but it indicates that, you know, you should go into this cave. At the very back of this cave is a three-skull world boss, a giant spider, and it is one of the very few things left in the game where a world boss is that you can get a skeleton key to unlock the legendary chests, there's also still a legendary chest right there. I knew there was another one that's going to come out. So, if you want legendaries without having to go through the dungeons yet, you can just go in there, you can go in there and fight that boss. Again, at level 37, I might be able to handle it. But I'm not going to risk it, and I'm going to wait until, you know, I've got Mondagai's replacement, and that replacement is up to probably level 10 before I even think about it. We got a couple of more crocs here. Before we get up to that camp up there.
As the snake strikes, so do I.
Oh, there's one. Alright, guess I better get out a weapon to help Mondagai here. Well, Mondagai doesn't really need one. Alright, I will definitely whack on this guy. So I can get, again, you get all that demon blood. You know, the good stuff that you get. An advanced armor repair kit. You know, makes me kind of wonder who or what that crocodile ate to get an advanced armor repair kit, but probably not worth thinking about. Alright. Try to take out that archer first. then have the Mondagai go after that one, which will trigger a whole bunch of them up in there to come out.
Like the Cobra Exile, my bite is death.
Stuck on Mondagai there. Hardly any damage. Ooh. Whacked on that one.
I will feast upon you. I will drink your blood.
Alright. Tier 3 bearer. That's going to be good supplies right there. Anything else of any interest on any of these people? Well, a little thick hide. I said a little thick hide. Where is it? There it is. Ooh. I like decorating with crocodile heads. And I could probably use the bone. Oh, that was the bearer. Did that? Yeah, okay. There's a person that's always out there, but they came along as well. Weathered skulls. Oh. That archer is still just standing there. Alright, archer. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. And there's one more chest up here. And this often has some good stuff in it. Or sometimes has some good stuff in it. And what about you? You get a little bit. Alright. So now normally what I would do is I would go up here, follow this road to the other side of this ridge, and back in there a little bit, there's a ton of ironstone. It's probably the best place to get ironstone, you know, in the low level. What I'm going to do is run up here until I can get a point where I can get back down to the river, and then I'm just going to jump on Kuro Akama and ride. Not like the wind. But I guess we're going to fight some crocs first. Alright. It's already getting a little long here, so get ready to get my fingers in the right position on the keyboard to make this work right. And up the river we go. Now the river is shallow along its almost its entire run until you get pretty close to the top, where it meets those cliffs. So I could actually just run straight down the middle of the river. But I guess I just always want to run along the shore. Just running through water. It doesn't actually slow down the horse unless you're running through water that's, like, swimmable. But it seems like it probably should. You see, we're attracting the attention of all kinds of crocs. You know, it would be great XP for Mondagai, but, you know, again, harsh reality is Mondagai is not going to be with me for very long. That's a place we would normally go up and explore. That giant hand up there. Behind it, there is a pretty sizable camp. But again, I have a mission. Oh, okay. There's some swimmable water right here. That slowed me down. As did that one rock. Alright, that up there isn't really much of anything, as I recall. I don't know if there's a camp up there. No, I don't think so. Alright, directly ahead of me, you can see there's an opening, sort of like a cave, an overhang. There's a pond in there, and that's another three-skulled giant crocodile world boss. We're definitely not going to go anywhere near him. Up there is, it's called Mech Camosa Spire, and it's the home of a Stygian sorcerer that was pretty important in the Age of Sorcery, 2 ages ago. And again, I would normally just ride up there to get that on the map, but we have a mission. I won't go into that cave. I'll go into the back entrance, which is up this way a little bit. We got some spiders on us right now. And the reason, I mean, normally, again, I would go into that cave just to get the name of it, but I don't want to have to be delayed in killing a bunch of spiders. I'm going to have to kill a few up here, too, but I definitely want to get this particular cave on my map, because this is another one where you can go in here and there is a mob, in this case a demon spider, who, you know, once you get the skeleton key off of it, there is a legendary chest there. As far as I can tell, there are 3 of them. Helps if you aim at them. As far as I can tell, there are 3 of them in the Exiled Lands. Did I get the name? Yes. All right. We'll get some ichor. Now, I would normally also get ichor and volatile glands off of creatures that we're going to ride right by. Which are these iguana things that they call salamanders. The only real problem with them is they spit poison. You know, it certainly wouldn't be dangerous to me at this level, but it's annoying. Alright, we are already 30 minutes into... It's a pain in the ass to get a horse through here. We're already 30 minutes into this, so I'm not going to do what I would normally do, which is take a left up here and go get the Priest King's Retreat on my map. I'm just going to go right up to this area known as the Shattered Basin. It's where there are statues of the giant kings, like down at the Sentinels on Noob River. And there's a bunch of them over there. Here, you can see they've fallen down. And this is one of the easiest ways to get into the Northern Highlands. You just climb up there. There's a nice pathway here. I'm going to kill one thing and then ride past everything else, because everything else up here is basically wolves. But I definitely want that boar meat. Let's try right weapon here. Alright, and I don't have... Oh, definitely don't want that chitin. Where is it? There it is. So if you use a cleaver... Oh, I gained a level. Interesting. If you use a cleaver, you get all kinds of raw pork. All kinds. Like a ton of raw pork off of one boar. And if you just cook raw pork, you get roasted pork, and that is a very good buff. Alright. I think we do have a wolf on us. Alright, I'm gonna... There we go. I'm gonna start the gallop, run by all these wolves, particularly right up here, because one of these wolves is a dire wolf. And that's even tougher than regular wolves. So, we're just going to go by all of them. So you see I triggered knowledge of the Northern Aqueduct. This is also one of the areas where you can come up and get, as you can see right there, a foal. I am going to build a base right up here, because you can just barely see her right over there is Dina. And this is where I'm going to have my little recruitment station up here. Alright, so now I need to get... I entertained the idea of possibly bringing up some better material to make like a base that's made entirely out of the stable foundations and so on. And it occurred to me that I'm not even going to build a building up here. It's just literally going to be a platform with probably a furnace. And then also... Oh, I'm almost fully over encumbered here. So let's get rid of some of the stuff. Because I need to still get... That's it. I need to still get some trees. Oh, I don't want... Oh, I didn't bring a regular hatchet. I guess I'm going to have to get all of the stuff off of a tree using a pickaxe. 90% encumbered. I might have to make a couple of passes at some trees here. Yeah, I'm 100% encumbered now. Is there anything else I can put on? I did it again. Anything else I can put on my horse here? Not really. Alright, what's the weight of the thick hide? Is 3.5. Alright, we'll take that off. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, that's 6.7. Okay. I'm going to build right on top of this little rise here. Get my construction hammer out. I think that's about... Come on, everybody, get out of my way. Did I just double up? Come on, folks, get out of my way. All right. That should be enough. Do I have enough to make a furnace? I do not, so I gotta get some more stone. Luckily, like everywhere in the exiled lands, stone and wood are always easily available. Okay. Alright, we'll make a furnace. Stick it in this corner. And we'll put the wheel... that's where I walk up. So we'll put the wheel right over here. And for the wheel, I'm going to need twine. I forgot about that. I'm going to need a little bit more stone. And I'm going to need the iron bars that are on horse. A little bit more stone. Do I have any plant fiber on me to make twine? No. Alright. So... let's get some plant fiber. These are all highland berries, so I'm going to get highland berries as well as plant fiber out of these. Which is fine, I just need the plant fiber. That's not, that's actually false mandrake. Alright, so does that give me enough? Yes. I can make 59 and I need 50. Pardon me, time for some coffee. There we go. Alright, while that's doing, let's go back to... and let's get... oh, that's right, I brought 100 for some reason, just in case I needed more. Let's take 50 of that. And go to companions. And what am I missing? Oh, I didn't get enough stone? Alrighty then. Let's try that again. With the right tool. And the right place. Alright. I need to... I didn't bring any gruel, so I need to make gruel. Alright. Which means I need seeds and plant fiber. Do I have enough stuff on me to actually make, I do, a campfire? Alright, once I've got that going, I will probably go get Dina, put her on the wheel, and then call it. Because we're already at 40 minutes, and I don't want this to go much past 45. Alright, so let's place the campfire. There, looks good. Alright, and into campfire we put some wood. We put some plant fiber and some seeds. Since I've got a campfire, we'll go ahead and cook up that pork as well. Alright, so that's working. Manda guy, it's time to swap out your weapon and mine. Why is... oh, that's why. Follow distance was way too close for the horse. Alright. Nice and easy. because, like I said, Dina is right over there. All right. That's what I wanted to do. My throat feels dry. I can take care of that after I've knocked Dina out. So we'll have Mondagai go in and get the first shot. Between the two of us, this isn't going to be a challenge.
Set will glory in your death.
Alright, so now I need to get... Well, I don't need to tell you this. If you've been following this along, you know how you use bindings to convince your recruited, or soon-to-be recruited companion to join your team. Ooh, don't fall over. All right. And... oh, wow. Apparently I made way more gruel than I needed. Oh. As often happens, I accidentally pressed the... change the... polling rate of my mouse button, which sits right on the very top of the mouse, so that's kind of annoying. All right. Let's go ahead and cook everything up here. Get that going. All right. So I'll give you a quick rundown before we head out. While this is working, let me get back to some actual weapons. So like I mentioned, all along the base up there, and particularly along here to start with, is all this ironstone is just loaded with it. And while we're here, offline, I'm going to go ahead and grab a lot of that. There is another always guaranteed spawn of Dina right over there. That is Dina. I don't go after that Dina because that thing right there, right in front of me, is called a rot branch. And among the 3 Skull World bosses, it's one of the tougher ones. Whenever you can run across these, they're a challenge. Now, the giant crocs are probably the easiest thing to go after. Maybe the white tigers. Among the not like individual specific types, those are right up there. The king rhino is pretty tough too, but those things are tough and they hit like a truck. So yeah, we go after the Dina that's over there and nice and easy to get. All right, so I'm going to come back up here to the temporary base. And we are going to call that a video. So when I come back for the next video, I'll probably continue to record right from here, but the next one obviously will be part 14. And we will have Dina already converted and probably be on our way. We'll start actually the trek back down, or maybe I'll just start when I'm back at the base. I'll probably do that. There's no point in seeing me run all the way back down. Or maybe I'll change it so that you can see some of the things that we didn't stop at on the way down. Anyway, either way, thank you very much for joining me. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you like this or the other stuff that we do at Nerd Caliber, please do consider subscribing and clicking on the notification bell. And otherwise, please do, in this really cold and, well, here in the United States, particularly challenging time, stay safe and be well. Bye-bye.